What's up, everybody? This is Blazing Ace Nelson, and it's time for another Dynasty Warriors 8 character analysis and walkthrough. Today's going to be another 2-for-1 special, kind of like last time with Zhuge Liang. We're going to go over not only one of the characters, but also the other of the DLC weapons that's currently been released for the Japanese version of Dynasty Warriors 8. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get ourselves hooked up on a stage to work through. Let's try the Yellow Turban Rebellion. We're going to set this bad boy on Chaos, of course. Excuse me. And the character that I want to do an analysis of today is none other than the wife of Zhuge Liang, Yue Ying. Now, Yue Ying as a character, she didn't really click with me at first back in Dynasty Warriors 4 when she was first introduced alongside Zhou Tai. But over the course of this series, they actually played up the fact that she was known more for her intelligence as opposed to her beauty. Now, in the actual history, she probably, some of the stuff that I've read has said that she was either not very attractive at all or just very plain looking. But the way the character was designed for Dynasty Warriors, especially starting at 6 when a lot of the designs were changed up and making her way all the way up through this, she has this sort of natural beauty to her, and I mean natural in the way that roses have a natural beauty. You just look at it and you're like, huh, pretty. Same thing with her. Now, along with, covering her moves and such, we're also going to be going over, like I said, the other of the DLC weapons that's currently out for Dynasty Warriors 8. That being the screw crossbow, or as I call it, the Vortex Crossbow. Now, I decided to give her the Vortex Crossbow mainly as a throwback to her weapon set back in Dynasty Warriors 6, where she had the wrist-mounted bladed crossbow. Actually, yeah, let's just go ahead and get right down to it. Let's pick some decent music. That should work. Now, once this cutscene comes up, I'm just going to go ahead and skip it so we can get right to the action for you guys. Hopefully, I'll actually have enough spare money on hand by next week, so that way once the other DLC weapons come out, I can download and review those for you guys as well. But anyway, let's get right down to it. Moderate speed and range. Now, her weapon itself it's pretty much a scythe. But the way that the charge attacks and the weapon itself is implemented here is rather interesting. Because you're going to be getting, well, let's do her charge 4. You're going to be getting a lot where she uses the hook to grapple. Now her charge 1, even her switch attack for the scythe is a grapple type maneuver. Comes in very handy. Now, she's not a character that can stance cancel any of her attacks using square or jump canceling of her attacks. So being able to actually go from one attack to the next and, continuing her offense is going to be a bit tricky. Oh, no, stop that. There we go. Now, we'll cover the charge attacks real fast. Her charge 1, like I just showed you earlier, basically hooks and stuns the opponent. Very, very high amount of stun lock, and if you have lightning, and if you have the lightning element on her weapon, that increases the stun lock even further. What the heck just hit me? Anyway. Her charge 2 is the standard short distance launcher. Nothing too fancy, but good if you want to hurry up and get a quick charge attack in. Now, for her charge 3, she actually thrusts the scythe forward and spins it. Again, very high amount of stun, very high number of hits. Good for those instances where not only do you want to trigger the element that might be equipped to her weapon, but also very good for, once again, draining Valor gauges so that way you can set up Storm Rush. Chains. Her air charge, nothing particularly special. You know, just a ground pound with the hook on the scythe, but not bad by any means. And that right there is her Storm Rush. Now her charge 4, 2, 3. Again, a good grapple. It's a grapple where not only does she hook the opponent, but once she slams them into the ground, it causes an AoE shockwave. Good crowd control, especially if you're surrounded and you want to catch at least 1 or 2 people. Her EX attack, her Musou, is an extension off of her charge 4. Falling projectiles, kind of like artillery support fire, and you can pretty much go from one to the next, just chaining multiple Musou back to back. Three, 4. Her charge 5, if I can connect with it. Her charge 5 is a grapple launcher. Good for actually damaging crowds, but if you want to, like, say, catch an enemy officer and catch them off guard, then her charge 5 is the way to go. Oh, already got that taken care of over on this side, did I? Or not quite. 2, 3, 4, 5. Now let's go ahead and get her caught up to some enemy crowds. Here we go. Now her charge 6, 3, 4, 5. Her charge 6 is again yet another grapple, but one that also does an area effect of damage. 2, 3, 4, 5, and also launches the enemy away, thus giving her some breathing room. Plotting her next assault, like giving her enough room to plot her next assault is always, well, like with every character, giving them some space to plan their next attack is always going to be a prime aspect of their gameplay. And now that you've gotten a glimpse at her charge attacks, let's go ahead and go into her Musou. Now, her Musou 1 carried over from Dynasty Warriors 7. A simple, straightforward attack. I think that particular Musou is an unblockable strike. I'm not too sure on it, don't quote me, but I think it is unblockable. Her aerial Musou. This one is nice. You know, pretty much airborne project. Okay, how can I put this? It's like a carpet bombing. That's what it is. It's a straight up carpet bombing. Fire element, so it's good for continuous damage. But the real fun's gonna hit once we get to do her Musou 2, which I will show you as soon as I find some targets worthwhile using it on. Okay, let's get that red hair over here. And yes! For her Musou 2, it's the wooden oxen. But those bad boys are actually loaded with explosives. Now, the great thing about her Musou 2 is that not only does it do insane amounts of damage, but on top of that, it actually carries whatever element whatever elements you have on her weapons with the attack. So let's say you have lightning or wind, thus making it unblockable, or even the slash or shadow element to do critical damage to officers and one-hit kills on peons. You use her Musou 2, it'll trigger those elements. Speaking of braving the elements, let's go for the Awakening Musou. Now, her Awakening Musou is probably the most disgusting, especially once you get into that secondary charge. Like you see right here. She's spinning! She's spinning! Carrying anything and everything with her that she can possibly reach. Simply put, her Awakening Musou, once you get it to that second stage, is one of the most powerful in the game. Amazing coverage. Disgusting speed. In a word, it's brilliant. Now that we've got that taken care of, let's go ahead and switch over to the Vortex Crossbow. Oh, another thing about her EX weapon, about the scythe, like I mentioned earlier, but I want to go ahead and go into detail on, the switch attack on the scythe is yet another grapple. Now, this huge thing is the Vortex Crossbow. It's basically an arm-mounted ballista. It's basically an arm-mounted arbalest. Let me go ahead and... Ugh. No! Bad. Stop that. Get it up, get it up, get it up, get it up, get it up. Alright. Now, let's go through the basic normals for the Vortex Crossbow. 5, 6. Now, considering the size of the weapon, it's got a lot of range on it. The speed on the normal attacks, not so much. But it's good for actually carrying the equipped elements that you have on the weapon through to the attacks. And with this is another one I would actually recommend being hooked up with lightning. Now the charge one, you know, standard setting attack, she just brings the thing down right on your forehead. Yeah. You get hit, it hurts. The charge 2, 1, 2, is, you know, basically a short uppercut style launcher while firing rounds from this thing. The charge 3 is nice. Continuous fire as long as you mash the triangle button, and it allows you to strafe. If you're wondering, what is this first-person shooter doing in my Dynasty Warriors? Yeah, that's what. Incredible range on it, considering that, you know, again, you're firing an arbalest from her arm. And if you catch someone with the entire string of shots, the last hit will stun them. And the lightning element will increase the duration of the stun lock. It's pretty much going to be your go-to while you're trying to level up the moveset. 1, 2, 3, a charge 4, another continuous fire charge attack, but this time instead of strafing like with the charge 3, 1, 2, 3, you can sweep in a 360-degree motion. Or you can focus it on a single direction. A charge 5, 2, 3, 4. A long distance launcher. Much like with every other charge attack this thing has. 3, 4. This one does multiple hits, and it's great for setting off Storm Rush chains. Two, 3, 4. There we go. Now I'm looking forward to actually seeing someone get this as their EX weapon, just so that way we can figure out what kind of EX move this thing has, or what kind of Musou attacks they can be able to pull off with it. 4, 5. And now for her charge 6. Yeah. For charge 6, 3, 4, 5. She takes to the sky, raining fire. You can control where she goes for the duration of the high altitude bombardment. Now let's go ahead and do that Awakening Musou again, because I really need some protection from these elements here. Up. Do it. Drag these fools along for the ride. Go. Yeah. Let's switch back to the Vortex Crossbow real quick. Well, yeah. Her jumping normal attack, basic swipe, jump charge, multiple shots raining down. Almost like a miniature version of the charge 6. And notice the Musou and Storm Rush chains I was able to set off with that. 3, 4, 5. All of that because this weapon is a multi-hit master of disaster. all I need to do now is just get back on this horse, so that way I can find my way to some... it's blocked. I need to find my way to some health and fast. Oh, I might as well show you the mounted attacks while I'm at it. Now when you're on horseback, you know, you can either swing the gun in a circle, or use the triangle button to fire indiscriminately into the crowd. Well, not necessarily indiscriminately. I need to find some health fast. Oh, wait, I got health. Not sure how, but I got health. Dig it. Okay, I think I'm healthy enough. Crap! Wizards! I need to kill them! Yes! It's okay. It's only gonna hurt for a couple seconds. Yeah, buddy. Good day to die hard, isn't it? Boom! Got that first-person shooter all up in your Dynasty Warriors. What now? What now? Nova up in this piece. You like that? Or better yet, freaking Rocket Raccoon. You want a piece of me? Nah, I'm still totally hyped up about those sets of Marvel 3 that I played last night with that bastard and the guys from 2 Asian for You. Speaking of which, you guys should really check that out. Some pretty hype matches. But anyway, let's go ahead and try to work our way through the rest of this stage. Oh crap, more wizards. Please tell me they're all gonna... Oh, they're all gonna die. Yay. Now let's get back on that horse. Oh, wait. I should probably switch weapons. There we go. So yeah, for those of you out there that haven't gotten the DLC for Dynasty Warriors 8 just yet, I'd recommend it. These new weapons are a lot of fun to use, they bring interesting mechanics to the table. And come on. How awesome is that? Crap! Wizards! Wizards! Carpet bomb! Carpet bomb! Yeah. Yue Ying, a true genius of the Three Kingdoms. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ah! No! Carpet bomb! More carpet bomb! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6! Oh! Okay, so she's treated as being on the ground. Fire! Fire! I'm so hot, I spit yoga fire! Yeah, I'm having way too much fun with this. Can't you tell? But that's the thing about Dynasty Warriors. You gotta have fun with it. Woo! Betty! Alright, so 25 minutes in, and we're finally getting to that point where I can actually run back and try to finish the stage. I hope. I'm on a horse. Okay. There we go. Alright. Let's kick this pig. Yeah, I got that awakening. I got that soul glow. Five, six. Let's pump these dudes full of holes. Alright, switch to that. Usage. Get off my land. Okay, let's see. What's around here? What do we have for pots? Okay, can't pick up any more weapons. What do we have over here? Full Musou recovery. That could come in handy. Alright, hippie starfish Jesus. You and me. Let's go. Huang YueYing and the rest of the Power Rangers are already down there. Boom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. What's up? Alright, I gotta be ready to switch out. Hippie Starfish Elvis. Jesus. Hippie Starfish Elvis Jesus. There we go. Ow! Who hit me? Oh boy. He's behind me. Switch! Oh, get out of the way! So glad I didn't stick around for that. Switch! Alright. Let us bring this charade to an end. Alright. Got you. Got you. No more games. Ah. Yeah. Oh wow. Thank God for the invincibility frames on those weapon switches. Otherwise, that would have been my ass fried. Go, Zhang Toss that motherfucker. Ugh. Go, Power Rangers, motherfucker. Hippie Starfish Elvis Jesus. Ugh. This is too good. Well, anyway, that should take care of it for this one. Coming up on 30 minutes. Perfect timing. So, until next time, this is your boy Blazing Ace Nelson. Thanks a lot for sticking with me. Feel free to leave a comment in the comments section below the video. Leave a like, subscribe for more content, and I'll be seeing you next time. So until then, stay strong, stay gaming. Peace.